Okay. Shit. I don't even smoke.
Good.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, I'm Mitchell with LCS LLC, and today we are going to demonstrate my new electronic cigarette roller. Doesn't really have a name brand, which is good. I don't have to promote anybody's else's product, but you know, I've got to try it out a little bit. I really enjoy it, so I wanted to let everybody see how it works. So if they decide they need one, they can buy one. One thing you do want to do, I found, is you want to make sure your tobacco is good and fluffy before you load it in. I like to just get a good handful out. That way you're not letting your whole bag dry out. And you want to make sure it's good and fluffed out. See balls like that, you want to try to pull apart because that'll jam it up. And luckily I haven't had to deal with a jam yet, but I did read the instructions before I started. So make sure your tobacco is all good and separated, and now we'll just load a little in. It did come with this little expansion thing that you could open the lid all the way and put that in. The tobacco doesn't like to fall down in there as good with that on there, so I've opted to not use it. I just put in enough. And you don't want to pack it down in there. Put in enough, and I like to close the lid. You don't really have to, but sometimes it'll spit tobacco out if you don't, so I like to do that. Now for loading a tube on there, pretty simple. You push the tube button, it moves your little spring-loaded lever down here that holds the tube on, and then you twist and slide while you're sliding your tube on. And they say to twist. I found it's easier just to kind of tap it on. Get it on there like that, and we do have 5-speed settings for the cigarette that I like to smoke. I found that 4 seems to work best for me. Sometimes a 3 if I'm really craving a cigarette, but usually a 4 does it right about where I want it. So you make sure your tube's on, your little spring lever's down, and just push start. It'll fill up the tube. And with fresh tobacco, sometimes you will have to kind of play with it in there because it does expand the longer it's out of the bag. And you shouldn't put your finger down in the little tobacco chamber while you're pushing the button, is what the instruction said. It supposedly can cause injury. I don't think it's that strong of a motor, but we'll listen to the manufacturer. Spit your cigarette off. Unpack them a couple times. And I like to twist the ends just because sometimes the tobacco does like to fall out after you put it in a pack. And then you just keep going, push the tube button, load your next one on. Make sure your chamber's got plenty of tobacco in it, and once again, keep it fluffy, don't pack it down. And after you get the tube loaded up, pretty easy going. Now the one thing I will warn you guys that I have found about this particular cigarette roller is if the start button, I'll go ahead and unplug it here for a second. If you push the start button down too hard, it can actually slide up under the metal and jam itself on. And you want to watch out for that. If it happens while it's on, don't panic. Don't shove your finger down in the tobacco. Don't try to stop it from coming out the end because you'll just end up hurting yourself. Just unplug it. Get the start button out from under the piece of metal, and then you're good to go again. Now if you ever run into that, you just use your finger to clear off the end there. Slide your next tube on. And if you're not getting tobacco, just kind of fluff it around a little bit. And that is my new electric cigarette roller for all you smokers out there. We'll have a link below to purchase these. However, my stronger recommendation would be quit now. If you're not going to do that, like I know I'm not, then go ahead and buy one. It's a nice little roller and it'll save you a crap load of money. I spend right now about $10 on a carton of cigarettes. I live in Kansas. A carton, you can't get one for under $60. So this is what I do to make my habit a little cheaper. If you guys have any comments, thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. Y'all have a great day.